Since winning the 200 meters at the Paris Olympic Games, Letsile Tebogo has emerged as pretty much unbeatable. So let's discuss the trouble with Letsile Tebogo of Botswana. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we continue to go. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. You drop a video at least once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button and finally leave your thoughts. So, ready? Yep. Good to go. Tebogo is on a tear. At the Rome Diamond League, he utterly devastated everyone in the 100 meters, running a 9.87 to take it ahead of Christian Coleman, Fred Curley, and Jamaica's Akeem Blake. And what is more terrifying, if you look at this race properly, is that he stopped running about 10 to 15 meters out of that finishing line. Had enough time to be horsing around with Coleman and the others. He's on fire. Tebogo won in 9.87 seconds ahead of Christian Coleman, around 9.92 to take second. Fred Curley 9.95 took third, and Akeem Blake ran 10.03 to take that fourth spot.
Men's 100 meters. Safely away. Great start from Coleman, as we know, with the 60-meter sprint, but also coming well is Tebogo. Curley's got work to do, but Coleman's got this. Has he? No, Tebogo's looking over. Goodness! We think back to Cali when he took the World Junior title. He was wagging his finger at this point, wasn't he, in that race, as well as looking over. I'm not sure Coleman will thank him for that. Coleman got out really well.
Now, just a few days before at the Letsile Diamond League, we saw him dominate also in the 200 meters, beating the clear favorite Kenny Benerick and beating Benerick, as well as the second place winner Alexander of the Dominican Republic. I mean, in an incredible feat of running. Tebogo won in 19.83, a meet record, ahead of Ogando, who ran a national record for the Dominican Republic, as well as a personal best of 19.860. Kenny Benerick took third in 20 seconds flat, and the USA's Aaron Knighton came fourth in 20.07.
But the pressure is very much on Tebogo, and Ogando going very well in lane 8 as well. Kenny Benerick just starting to tie up, and Tebogo, he's going to find a way to win again. He does. Letsile Tebogo.
Unfortunately, I couldn't show you the entire race for copyright issues, but let me put it to you this way. When they came off that curve, Benerick was the one who was clearly ahead of everyone else, and Tebogo was patient and just so controlled. I can't believe he's just 22 years of age. He was so mature in how he executed this race. It was really absolutely remarkable. A man who is fully in command and understands how amazing he is and where he's at this stage of his career.
With this 200, do you see what we all see in terms of that world record?
I see it, but I don't want to put myself under that pressure. Oh, thank you. I don't want to put myself under that pressure of trying to break the world record, but if it comes, it will come eventually. We don't have to push it this year, we don't have to push it next year. Probably when we are 24, that's when we could attempt something like that. But I don't think it will take long, looking at what I did today and what I did in the 200-meter final. I don't think it will take that long, because I could see it. It's about 10 meters away from me, but we'll see what we could do about it.
So good that people are now asking him about breaking world records. Now he's going to have to get by a few people in the 100 as well. Fred Curley, Kenny Benerick in both the 100 and 200 meters. Of course, there's none other than the remarkable Kishane Thompson, the other remarkable oblique Seville of Jamaica, and this young man, Noah Lyles, who is already beaten, and his fellow African, Ferdinand Omeni Yala. How good was his run at the Letsile Diamond League in the 200 meters? Listen to one of the best sprinters in history break it down.
When Tebogo came off that turn, Tebogo was like third. Like clearly he was in third place. It was Kenny, it was Alexander, and Arian was like in around fourth. So they were all jockeying for position. And then all of a sudden, as Alexander started to move, you see Tebogo starting to move with him. And then he just gets to a point where he just keeps going. Like, I don't even know where he got that extra energy because he just has this upright running style. It wasn't like he dug anywhere deep, like he just and just kept on hammering down and then moved to the front.
I think he just knows his body, man, and knows what he can do, and very aware of his competitors, because he always says, like, yeah, in the 200, I like the 200 more because I know I have the 400 program in my legs. So once he says something like that, he's like, they could get away, but I know I could pull them back.
And they're both right. Now, this, of course, is my 2 cents. So what's the trouble with Letsile Tebogo? The trouble is, whether or not he realizes it, he has become, if not the new face, certainly one of the newest faces of track and field. There is something about this young man that when we first saw him run, I think in 2021, was it Cali, Colombia? It might have been in Cali, Colombia, where we first saw him run and win, I believe it was the 100 meters. We knew that there was something very special about Letsile Tebogo. And I think the added motivation caused by the unfortunate passing of his mother, who clearly he loved very much, has created the perfect running machine. And the trouble with Tebogo is that he's everyone else's trouble. That's the absolute truth. This young man in the 100 meters a while ago, as you saw, at the Rome Diamond League, shut down. He shut down 10 meters out and ran 9.87. If he had run right through the line, what kind of time would he have run? He could have run a sub 9.80. And this is pretty late in the season, people. The way he executed that 200 meters, their analysis is correct. He knows his body, and he also knows the limitations and the strengths and weaknesses of the persons he's running against. Very analytical, very smart. The other thing is, when an athlete is on top, as we have seen with Noah Lyles, when your confidence is at that point, very, very few things are going to shake you. Tebogo is at that point. Now, in the last 12 months, 10 months of this season, when we're coming to the end of this athletic season, I've seen 2 athletes who have astounded me. 2 athletes who I think the world is going to be talking about for many, many years to come, once they remain healthy. One is Kishane Thompson of Jamaica. Also very young, I think he just turned 23, scary fast. And the other one is this young man, Letsile Tebogo of Botswana, the current Olympic gold medalist in the 200 meters, who utterly crushed the Americans, who said they were going to win 1, 2, 3. And what I just saw him doing at 100 meters is equally terrifying. It's almost as frightening as when we saw Kishane run the semifinals. And I'm telling you, I was more impressed with the semifinals. I mean, although he ran that insane 9.77 in the finals, meaning Kishane Thompson, we talk about him in another video. But this young man, the trouble with Letsile Tebogo is that he's everyone's trouble. He's a real double threat. I don't know if Kishane being a 200 meter runner, this young man can run both 100 and 200 meters. And I really think he's a real deal. And whether or not he wants to be the new face of, he's definitely one of the 2 new faces, meaning Kishane Thompson and Letsile Tebogo. He's an incredible talent. And we've been talking about him for quite some time, if you remember. We've been saying he's a real danger. So the trouble with Letsile Tebogo, as I said, is he's everyone's trouble. And I think he's only going to get better. I think himself and Kishane Thompson are the next dominant forces in male sprinting. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. Now, don't forget to go over there and support our merchandise store. We're going to leave a link in the description below. Remember, to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Remember your royals, kings and queens. Bless us.